He was very happy with the recommendation. He was very happy with the recommendation.
Each room had a wonderful and different design. Each room had a wonderful and different design. Each room had a wonderful and different design.
The heavy rain caused all the trains to stop. The heavy rain caused all the trains to stop. The heavy rain caused all the trains to stop.
There's a restaurant in the hotel. There's a restaurant in the hotel. There's a restaurant in the hotel.
They began to write the book. They began to write the book.
He went to the eye doctor to be fitted for glasses. He went to the eye doctor to be fitted for glasses. He went to the eye doctor to be fitted for glasses.
I have a number of influential friends. I have a number of influential friends. I have a number of influential friends.
They knew exactly what their skills were. They knew exactly what their skills were. They knew exactly what their skills were.
She could walk to the park from her house. She could walk to the park from her house.
You and your friend are both teaching assistants for your professor's Introduction to International Relations class this semester. You're both finding the workload to be a bit overwhelming, especially since you have other classes of your own to worry about. You and your friend are both teaching assistants for your professor's Introduction to International Relations class this semester. You're both finding the workload to be a bit overwhelming, especially since you have other classes of your own to worry about. You and your friend are both teaching assistants for your professor's Introduction to International Relations class this semester. You're both finding the workload to be a bit overwhelming, especially since you have other classes of your own to worry about. You and your friend are both teaching assistants for your professor's Introduction to International Relations class this semester. You're both finding the workload to be a bit overwhelming, especially since you have other classes of your own to worry about. You and your friend are both teaching assistants for your professor's Introduction to International Relations class this semester. You're both finding the workload to be a bit overwhelming, especially since you have other classes of your own to worry about. You and your friend are both teaching assistants for your professor's Introduction to International Relations class this semester. You're both finding the workload to be a bit overwhelming, especially since you have other classes of your own to worry about. You and your friend are both teaching assistants for your professor's Introduction to International Relations class this semester. You're both finding the workload to
Hey, are you enjoying being a teaching assistant this semester? Yeah, I know what you mean. I feel like I'm barely keeping up with all the grading and class preparation. Exactly. It's been pretty challenging so far. That sounds like a great idea. Maybe we can trade off grading assignments or something like that. That's a great idea. We should definitely try to get ahead as much as possible. Thanks for the help.
Let's go. So this picture shows a middle-aged man um, carrying a bag with many clothes in the beach. In the background, we can see a beautiful beach with emerald color in the far away, and the sky is very blue. The sun, I think, it look quite ugly. I know. So in the foreground, we can see he is holding his bag with a lot of clothes to sell in the beach. I think this is the way he make money every day, sell clothing to people in the beach who want a nice picture, but they forgot to bring the clothes. And the picture is taking in, I think in noon, like somewhat between uh, morning and afternoon. So the light goes straight from up to down, make him look like very tired. In a word, have a lot of changes, a lot of dramatic change over few days or just even hour. Commitments is essential thing that we can somehow control the the way the word uh, become. For example, carbon footprint commitment over the every country, like in the factory, in the um, industry, they have to commit some amount of population each year, or even when we use trust, we should uh, short them before taking away to recycle, so it can make the processing become easier and more effective when we come to the end stage. So when we have a commitment between city or between country, is have the word control the environment.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about your ideal place to live. Describe something you like about where you live.
So right now I'm living in Hanoi City. It is a very big city with a lot of people, a lot of opportunity. But the bad side of Hanoi is have a lot of dust. It's very hot. So as a peaceful guy, I want to live somewhere can have a lot of nature and a lot of peace in mind, and I can relax.
Thanks! Let me ask you another question. How might financial considerations impact a person's choice of where to live?
Of course, if you want to live in, big city, you should have a lot of money to, buy or rent a apartment. And if you don't have, you can live in urban or just live in some countryside. So you don't have to worry a lot about the household or the healthcare or somewhat. And yeah, it's obvious that money play a vital role for where you live.
I see. I have another question. Is it important to live close to your workplace or school, and why?
Yeah, that's why people are more likely to live in the big city because they just walk down the street and all the service is around them. Unlike in the countryside, you have to go like 5 or 10 kilometers just to go to hospital. So that's why the house price and apartment rent in big city is a lot is more expensive than anywhere else.
Thanks for discussing your ideal place to live with me. Now I'd like to change topics and ask you a few questions
Okay.
about birthdays. What are some ways that people celebrate birthdays?
There are various ways people can celebrate birthday. They, some people will might open a party, or some people just open like a small dish with family, a cozy places. And some people even don't celebrate birthday because uh, they just focus too much for work like me. And everyone should celebrate the birthday differently so we can see a lot of things happen in the world.
Thanks! I have another question. How would you plan a birthday party for a coworker, friend, or family member?
So, firstly, we can uh, stalk him or her in social media a little bit to know when exactly her or him birthday is. Then we can cooperate it with other member of the office, or we should contact with some friend to make their day a lot of more meaning. And we should set up like a cozy party or nice dinner.
Thanks! I've got a different question. How can birthdays change from when you're a child to when you're an adult?
So it changed a lot when we grow up. When we was a kid, I remember mm, I have birthday every year. Like my mother will bake a cake for me, and I invite a lot of friends come up with. But as when we grow up, it's don't have the vibe anymore. We starting to invite only some core friend and
Thanks for talking about birthdays with me. Have a nice day!
For a long time, since I was a kid, I cannot eat a lot of vegetable. I probably eat like one or three kind of vegetable as long as I don't sick. That the time I try to eat a vegetable named spinach. So in the first time, it hurts my tongue a lot because uh, when the spinach touch my tongue, it gives me a very strange feeling. It's fresh, it have a lot of flavor, but it's very yummy at that time when I eat it with a squid. So many people say that when you eat squid but you don't try spinach, that's a waste of squid. So I cannot just staying in my safe zone. So I step outside and try taking squid with spinach, and it's what very uh, game changer moment in my life. Because from that time to now on, whenever I eat sweet, to I have to go somewhere to check if my refrigerator have some leftover spinach or not, or if there's no, I need to come up to nearest store to buy some spinach to eat with it. So um, it bring me a lot about how we can step outside our comfort zone and try new things. Because if we just stay in our comfort zone, we just, the time pass by and you don't have the experience that you always want to. The young, the dreaming life, you have to overtake it. You have to stay active and just don't sit inside the box. So for my vegetable instinct story, I think everybody should, go outside and try different things because somehow your strongest point are not invented yet.